Hi, my name is Julian De Rosier. Welcome to Mines and Money in London. I am joined here this morning by André Tessier. André, hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks very much, Julien. How are you doing?
Very good, thanks. André, maybe first of all, can you present yourself and the company you're working for?
All right. My name is André Tessier. I'm president and CEO of Delta Resources, a junior exploration company based in Canada and exploring in Canada, trading on the Venture Exchange in Toronto under the symbol DLTA.
Well, this is great, but Delta doesn't tell much about the commodity. In which commodities are you guys searching for?
Delta is exploring in Canada mainly for gold. Our flagship property now is the Delta 1 property, and that's a gold property. But we're also exploring for base metals in Quebec as well.
Okay, so basically, is the focus of the company on Delta 1 or Delta 2?
The main focus is on Delta 1, where Delta just did a brand new discovery in October of 2022, and we've been drilling it ever since, and it's been getting bigger and bigger with really good grades right at surface.
And what does it mean making a discovery? Does it mean like 1 gram of gold for 1 meter on 500 meters drilling, or what was your discovery exactly?
The first discovery hole really dates from 2019. We intersected extremely altered rocks over very wide intercepts, but the gold grade was 0.4 grams. So what we discover, or what we consider a discovery hole, is really our hole number 18, which intersected 5.9 grams over 31 meters, including a zone of 14.8 grams over 12 meters. So that really prompted interest in the markets and to ourselves as well.
Well, this is clearly, as you can say, a discovery hole for sure. I mean, we didn't run the economics on it, but I believe that at least this drilling is very economical by itself and brings a lot of value. But then, so when you did that discovery hole, did you guys review the geological model? What happened afterwards? Because from 0.4, maybe low grade, up to a high grade, maybe vein, what was your take on that?
Well, there's several things we had to adjust. First of all, this is a Delta discovery. It's never been drilled before, so it's a brand new discovery. We continued drilling, and the drill hole number 18 was the easternmost drill hole that was ever drilled onto the property. Okay. So all of a sudden, this opened up a lot of potential towards the east, where we had higher grades. We think the higher grade is caused, perhaps because of the host rock, which is more of a volcanic rock, but there's also a change in geometry in the mineralized zone. So that shift in the geometry may have sort of exploded the grades, and that's why we're getting higher grades.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very, very good explanation for it. So then from this drill number 18, that happened in 2022, we're right now beginning 2023. So what happened in Delta Resources for the past few months?
Well, it's been a really exciting time for the last few months. We've continued drilling the zone, and we have drilled in 2023 13 drill holes. We've stepped out 100 meter at a time with 2 drill holes in each section, and every drill hole has intersected the zone. So far, we still have 3 remaining holes to publish, for which we're waiting for assays, but we have intersected 6.4 grams over 10 meters. We've intersected 1.29 grams over 97 meters right at surface, and this morning we're putting out another hole of 1.15 grams over 90 meters again. All of this right from surface. Drill hole 30, the first one that we published for this year, intersected 4.2 grams over 26 meters in a broader zone of over 2 grams over 60 meters. So it's fantastic.
Okay, so I'm used to conduct those interviews. Rarely I see someone smiling as much as you are, and rarely I hear a number that you're telling me. So I guess there's a really good reason for you smiling. And one thing that I want to put focus on is something that you said, just 2 words, at surface. Well, those kind of grades at surface are something relatively, I would say, exceptional, and obviously, well, can make potential investors and your current shareholders very excited for sure.
Honestly, everybody's really excited. The excitement really started at PDAC when in Toronto in early March, when people started coming to our booth and taking a look at the rocks and seeing the visible gold, seeing the strong alteration. It's a huge system that we've now defined over 1.5 kilometers of strike length. And like you say, right at surface, most mines, operating mines in Canada throughout the world, have cutoff grades of about 0.3 grams per ton gold. gold. So 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 is exceptional grades for an open pit.
Well, this is great. You mentioned PDAC. At PDAC, gold was not the price it is today. It raised of 10% since actually 30 days or maybe 45 days. So that obviously surely helps bring some steam into the locomotive. But one thing is sure I want to talk to you about, and this is something you've been hiding in your hand since the beginning of the interview. I don't know if you were going to see it in the interviews in the beginning, but you have a partial coral drill here, and let me tell you, it is shiny even from the other side of the room. So there's something there to be told. So maybe if you can tell us actually exactly what do you have there, confirm us maybe the geology we see here, and what is those shiny things that I'm seeing from very far away?
Well, obviously the shiny stuff you're seeing is visible gold, and it's pretty rare that you see so much of it in core. But the most important thing here is that this is the easternmost at this point, easternmost drill hole that we have on the property, and the gold zone is associated with a magnetic low. So it's a very simple geophysical signature. This magnetic low intensifies towards the east, and this is the first hole in this intensification of the demagnetization of the zone.
And let me cut you there right away, because you said that already 2 times, but the most east part, does that mean that it's actually already at the limit of the claims that you have, or you have some space to go on?
No, we've got lots of room to grow. We've got 3.5 kilometers of room towards the east. This is just the last drill hole that we've drilled so far. We still have 1.5 kilometers of this anomaly to drill, and potentially the strike length of the zone could go over 3 kilometers of strike length.
Well, this is very exciting for sure. And so for everyone that's looking at it right now, can you explain to us in detail what we're seeing here?
Well, what we're seeing here is the host rock is actually a volcanic rock, but the white, they are quartz veins, quartz anchorite veins that have visible gold in them. The system, the gold system here at Delta 1 is a stockwork, so it's an amalgamation of these small veinlets, and the more of these veinlets you have, the more gold you have in the system. And in this case, we have 3 zones of this intensification of the stockwork, and this is just one example of it. In this case, it just has an unusual amount of visible gold in it, and we're hoping that this is a sign of things to come towards the east when we continue drilling this 1.5 kilometer long anomaly that we're drilling.
Absolutely. And then was that a surprise discovery? Are you in a proven district? What's happening around you guys basically, and how did you end up actually? Did you pop up a hole drill also in the most eastern part, knowing previously that the geology was different, or was it maybe just a strike of luck?
Well, there's always luck involved in exploration.
Yes, for sure.
That said, you kind of make your own luck. In this case, we are in the Shabandawan Greenstone Belt. The Shabandawan Greenstone Belt is a greenstone belt just like all the other ones in the Superior Province of Canada. That said, it's a bit smaller, lesser known, and less explored. So in our opinion, more potential for discovery. There's endowment in the area. There's another deposit of 4.2 million ounces just west of us, and there's several other good gold occurrences as well. In this case, when we started drilling, we could see this broad alteration, which was giving us a sense that we're potentially looking at a very large gold system. So we basically continued drilling and progressively made our way towards the east, where alteration was getting stronger, and that's when we started hitting the higher grade material.
Well, this is great to hear, André. This is an extraordinary story. I mean, this is one that you guys are still at a very early stage with amazing drill hole. I think that potential investors should really pay attention to this story. Delta Resources, if you don't know about it, go out there, get some information. And how can they do that? What's your website?
Well, the best place to look is our website at www.delta1 www.deltaresources.ca, or and then information is on there to get a hold of us personally.
Perfect. And then when they will go on your website, they will be looking surely for two more information. First of all, what's upcoming in the next 3 to 6 months for you guys?
Well, we just announced this week we are starting to drill again. We're starting with another 5,000 meters of drilling to test that magnetic low anomaly, and we'll progressively continue to drill. This is a project that easily warrants 20,000 meters of drilling in the next year. So
absolutely. And who says 20,000 meters of drilling says money? How much money is there in the bank? And could shareholder expect obviously a raise depending on what's going to be the future plan?
Well, obviously there's been a lot of interest, not only from the institutional sector, but also from larger companies.
Yep.
So we are looking at that to get an influx of funds into the company. But right now we're sitting with a bit over $2 million in the treasury. We're drilling at $225 a meter all inclusive.
Okay,
so we've got
great.
lots of money to drill our 5,000 meters to start.
Absolutely. And the last detail I'd always like to go through is your share structure. How many shares are there out, warrants, and so on?
We have 78 million shares outstanding, but we have about 113 million shares fully diluted. At this point, because we just closed yesterday at 49 cents, every single warrant of the company is in the money. Potentially, that could be an influx of $7.7 million into the treasury.
Well, this is incredible. That could yes, that's very good news. So now I understand a lot why you had so many reasons to smile this morning. It's always great to come and interview with companies that have actually very good results that are not just average within their peers, but actually really top-tier projects. So, André, Tessier, thank you very much for your time. Everyone go on, look at Delta Resources, get information. As I said earlier, website, you can reach them directly there. You've got the email, you've got all the presentation and all official filing documents on the SEDAR as usual. André, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks.